Hey guys, so a lot of people wanted me to do a makeup tutorial, like basically how I do my makeup, and since my favorite color is purple, I thought, hey, my favorite color is purple. So I figured my first tutorial ever should be a makeup tutorial. And oh god, I don't know what I'm saying. This is not my first video either. I've had another one before this one. Oh well, this is my first makeup tutorial, and it's going to be based on this. This is just a simple, like, purple look, and I'm wearing purple. So, and yeah, my fishtail braids everywhere. Well, so yeah, that's my makeup. Just for those people that I guess don't really know the basics of makeup and they wanted to learn how to do it like my way is really simple, and a lot of people compliment me on how I do my makeup, so I'll just show you guys how I do mine, and that is what my makeup looks like. So yeah, we'll just get started. I'll just remove the makeup on one eye right now, get my products ready, and let the tutorial begin. Okay, so I just finished removing the whole half face of my makeup. So you can see the difference of what I look like without makeup and what I look like with makeup. And don't mind the redness around my eyes. I just kind of got a little irritated with the makeup remover that I've been using. And yeah, I kind of got it in my eye and I kind of rubbed it in a little bit better so that I can make sure this whole half of my face is cleansed out. So this has absolutely no makeup on it, and this one still has all my makeup on. So before we begin, I just wanted you guys to know that I also have a wet towel here. This is from a 99-cent store. It's one of those baby wipe things, and I use this to remove my makeup, because if it's good enough to use as a wipe for your baby, then it should be good enough for your skin too. And baby skin is very fragile, so I think you should treat your face as just as fragile as you treat your baby's, like, butt and stuff. So yeah, I use this. I'm also using this for my brushes and stuff so I can spot clean them. So right after I'm done using it, I just spot clean it right away with this. So let's begin. The first thing I do is I use concealer. Any kind of concealer will do, but I use this. I do it around my eye. So if you use moisturizer ahead of time, like usually in the morning, my face gets dry. So if your face is dry, I use moisturizer or lotion. Some people use lotion. I don't use lotion because I think that just makes my skin more oily. But you guys can use lotion if you want. And I use this moisturizer that I got from Etude House. So yeah, then after that I wait for it to dry completely, and then I just add on my concealer, and this removes like the dark circles and stuff like that. So, and I put it on my eyelid too, because concealer to me acts as a primer, and sometimes I feel like I don't even need to buy an actual primer when I have concealer that works just as well. So we're just going to, I'm not rubbing it in too hard, I'm just kind of grazing my skin. And the concealer has a really good consistency, the concealer I'm using. I don't know if they still sell them, but it's by ISOMERS. I think my mom bought this from QVC. I don't even know if that's backwards or not, so sorry if it is. And I guess I can swatch it. I have really bad swatching skills, and I'm very hairy, but it looks like that, and it's like powdery. So if you have concealer that does that, that's what I use. But everyone's skin is different. Try not to tug too much because you can cause premature wrinkles. And there you go. You can already immediately see from before I did this and afterwards the effect that concealer actually has on your face. Make sure you choose a concealer that's a few shades lighter than your actual skin. That way you can get rid of the dark circles. So next, you're going to use a powder brush, which I don't have, so I'm just going to have to use the one that Marinella provided for me, which is this little brush kit I have here. And I'm going to use this brush. I actually used the e.l.f. flat top brush, but this one will work. I just needed to get this. I use this. It's a Maybelline's Dream Matte Powder, because I use moisturizer, so since my face would still be wet, I just use this to set it and to cover up anything, blemish, whatever on my skin, and I usually don't have any blemishes on my skin. So, just applying the powder over my skin just to even it out. Also, it sets the concealer in pretty nicely. Just to even out the rest of it. Okay. Then, after that, we are going to start with this. You see that little brightness right here in my eye and up here on my brow bone. Oh wait, before that, you see my eyebrows? I just removed that too. I completely forgot. I do my eyebrows, but I don't use a pencil. Sometimes I do if I want it to be more defined, but I like it more natural. So what I use is I use a flat brush like this. You can see that. It's flat. And it's not clean. I'm sorry. And I use this. It's Milani's Brow Fix Brow Kit. Looks like that. And I use this shade because my hair, as you can see, is not black anymore. So I use this to make it lighter. You always, if you have dark, I'm pretty sure you hear this all the time if you ever watch YouTube videos of makeup tutorials. When you're doing your eyebrows, if you have brunette hair, always pick a shade that's 3 shades lighter than your hair, and vice versa. If you're a blonde, get a shade that's 3 shades darker than your hair for your eyebrows. I don't like using black because I think that black just looks very abrasive for your eyebrows. Is that the word I was looking for? I don't know. And my eyebrows are kind of square right here, and then it kind of just goes off like that. Yes, to the question of if I do my own eyebrows, I do. I rarely have them done outside or have them threaded and whatnot. So what I do is, like, I take it flat and I do that, and then I kind of just shape it that way. And if I have like a little bald spot, like if you don't notice that little bald spot there, I used a darker one. Just tap it, and then I kind of just go directly on that little bald spot area to make it not as noticeable. Then I just shape it from there, and that's all I do. And it looks more natural to me, and a lot of people like my eyebrows. So if you wanted to know how I did my eyebrows, there you go. And this is becoming a very long video. So next we are going to take the color tattoo, and this is I cannot explain its consistency, but I heard it's like matte paint pots. But for those of you who don't know matte paint pots, then I'll just have to show you the consistency. This is Maybelline's Color Tattoo Eye Studio. I hope that's not backwards. It was everything's probably backwards. And this isn't too cool. That's what that looks like. That's what it looks like on the inside. I'll swatch it. That's what it looks like. Very pigmented. And that's what I use for my eye. And I use my pinky. So when I use my pinky, it's not doing it. There you go. And I'll just put that on the inner corner of my eye. Like so. On the inner corner. Just like that with my pinky. It's okay if it's messy because you can clean it up later anyways. So if it's messy, it's fine. That's why I do this first. And then whatever is left from your pinky, I usually brush it on my brow bone. But I make sure that there's not too much product on it so that it doesn't look too white. But I do that to highlight it, so now it looks like that. So the next step is the same thing, the same product, only it's purple, since I'm going for a purple look. And this is Maybelline's painted purple, and that's what that looks like. I shall swatch it for you guys. It looks like that. So, I usually use my ring finger, and it's really hard to do this when I have long nails, but basically I just pat it on my whole eyelid. It's raining outside my house right now. So then I just build it up from there. Like, I mainly focus on the outer corner and then I work my way inward. And it looks messy, but trust me, it's not. And this dries up pretty quickly. You don't even need a primer for this because it's very pigmented. And this is actually used like a base. So as you can see, it's like a wash of purple. So yeah, and I don't have a mirror, I'm just basing this off of the camera, so it's gonna not look the way I want it to be, but at least you guys get the idea. So just keep doing that until you're satisfied with the pigmentation. You can always build it up if you want. Hence why I have the wet towel, the wet tissue, wet wipe that I told you guys earlier, because you tend to get messy hands, and I like to wipe it on the wet towel just to remove it. See, it comes off, not all of it. If you rub it hard enough, it'll come off, see? So that's what I have so far. Next, on to the final step for your eye makeup, which is why it looks really good. And I'm using my Dollface palette. You guys can use any kind of palette you guys have, or any kind of eyeshadow that you guys have, as long as it's close to the color. It really doesn't matter. And the paint, the Maybelline color tattoo that I used, it's actually kind of like a primer anyway, so it sticks on your eyeshadow a lot better, if that makes sense. So I'm using this, and I'm going to be using the darkest color. No, am I using the darkest color? Yeah, I think I am. So I used this color right here. It comes off differently. Hold on, let me see if I can put it up closer. So it's coming off more as a blue, but that's actually a dark purple, a violet. So we're gonna dip that in a round eyeshadow brush, or whatever brush you guys have, and you start at the corner like so, and you swirl it in your crease. Corner, and swirl it in your crease. And then you just kind of go back and forth with it just to blend it so that it doesn't look harsh. You want to get rid of the harsh lines. But you focus most of the pigmentation on the inner corner. And this is the inner corner that I'm talking about. As long as you build it up in there, then just kind of blend it out. There, see? So then you come up with something like that. This one is a lot more pigmented. It's only because I've been wearing this makeup for a while now. It's starting to fade out a little bit. So that's what that looks like. Next, I'll put on my eyeliner. The eyeliner I've been using is this one because I'm not really good with eyeliner. I tend to mess up. And I've been using this Eye Tech liquid eyeliner from Milani. Looks like that. And basically I just like these kind of little pen brush thingies because I don't know, they look really good and they wash out pretty easily. That's what it looks like on my hand. So I'm just gonna apply it. I shake it up first and then, yeah, I know you're not supposed to pull out your eye because it causes free wrinkles, but I don't have a proper mirror with me, and this is the only way I know how to apply it. And I just use small strokes. I actually kind of feel like I messed up on this one. But my secret to this one is because this comes off really easily when I use my makeup remover. So what I do is I put some of my makeup remover on a Q-tip and I just fix it. But that'll work. This is kind of really thick for me, but that'll do for me for now. I can always fix it because it's extremely thick for me. But that's how I do my eyeliner. I can't really do it on the camera, so if it looks messed up, I'm sorry, but that's how I do it. So next, you have your mascara. I've been using this. This is the Lash Accelerator from Rimmel, and it's actually a duo because this one's the serum. It's supposed to make your lashes longer in 30 days. I have yet to see results. So far, I feel like my lashes are getting a little bit bigger. But yeah, this is the serum. And then after the serum, you wait a little while and then you add this. So I'll show you how I do it. Oh, this is also used for your eyebrows. Because look, if you look at it closely, they have these little ridges for your eyelashes. And then they have this brush here at the end for your eyebrows. So I just apply it like this. You can actually see my lashes right now. Apply it at the bottom too if you want. You know, I just skipped a step. So, yeah, I skipped a step. I'm sorry. What I'm supposed to do was you go back to this palette and you pick out a light purple. And I choose this one right here. Has a little bit of glitter on it. And what I do with this one is I take a little bit and I put it here. Not poking my eye, but I put it a little bit there. And then I take the dark one again, this one right here, and I put that here in the corner. That way, like if you notice on the other side, I do have a little bit of that purple in the bottom. So that, you know, the purple would be more defined. And sorry if my camera is really bad, but yeah. And I forgot the other step in the bottom part. I do this most of the time, so I don't know if I didn't show you. And then I just take my eyeliner and I just kind of brush it here. I don't go all the way, I just brush it kind of sort of here. And if you want bigger eyes, my secret to that, like, illusion that you have really big eyes is I put NYX Jumbo eye pencil in milk. And I put it here in my lower waterline. And then it just opens up your eyes better and it makes you look like you have some big eyes. And then you just define this however you want. So there. And then you put this on. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. I know my face looks weird, I'm sorry. And then while you're waiting for that to dry, because it's kind of like really wet and liquidy, what I do when I wait for that to dry is I apply my contouring. How I contour is I take a really dome-ish, round, thick brush, and I switch it off. I either use this, which is Laura Geller's Bronze and Brighten, which I really like, but it's a little bit dark on me. So if I get a tan, maybe I'll go back to it. And on regular days, and what I've been doing recently is I've been using this NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Powder. Looks like that. And you just tap it, or swirl it, doesn't matter. And my method to find how you're contouring is I suck up my face like that, like a fish, like my fishtail braid. And if I wanted it to be more defined, I go a little bit above right there. I swirl it. I swirl most of it here in the inner corner. And I go out there. And sometimes I bring it up just to blend it better. And the reason why you're doing the contour, because some people are asking me why I do that, it's because when you look at your face and straight like that, you notice that you have little shadows here. So when you're contouring and you put it in this area right here, when you're looking at the person, their face almost looks sculptured and it makes them look more slim. So, because I have really round cheeks, I have a round face. So when I contour this area here and you look at me straight, it almost looks like I defined my cheeks a little bit better. And it makes a world of difference. Because when I don't have contour on my face, a lot of people ask me if I'm bloated that day or something. So, and then I add a little bit of blush, and blush I'm using is NYX in Mauve. I don't know if I said that right, Mauve, whatever. And I use this brush, just a small brush or a blush brush, and yeah, I just put that at the apples of my cheeks. Sometimes I blend it upward just a little bit, not too much. And there you go. And then when you're all that's said and done, most likely it's done. Your lashes are most likely dried already from that serum. So I'm going to use this thing and oh gosh, apply my mascara. And there you go. Now you see how this one's a lot more defined than this one. Is because I put more eyeliner here. That's all that is. But that is the finished look right there. Yeah, the eyeliner looked kind of messed up, but if you wanted to go for a more natural look, then there. And this one is a thicker eyeliner, which is why it looks like that. So it looks more dramatic in a way. And this one's fresh, that's why it looks that way. But that is how I do my makeup. I'm sorry if my camera's all over the place. I'm just using my phone. If you guys have any more tutorial requests or something, I pretty much covered everything under the surface of the sun that I can think of with how I do my makeup. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever, you guys can just message me. And yeah, this is actually really bugging me, the fact that my eyeliner isn't lined correctly. Oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial, and I'm looking forward to making another one if you guys really liked it, so